And welcome back to Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. How y'all doing this morning? Oh man. Well, guys, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Thank you for joining Miss Phins this morning. Yes, we get to talk about the AFC East, our opponents, which is gonna be great because we need to know thy enemy. And to me, I keep saying, hey, our path to the playoffs will be the division. Hence, us having to take a look at the division. Obviously, we do expect for the division to be tough as they always have, but I feel like we have what it takes to make it happen, people. Yes, we do. Let me move some of this stuff here real quick as I'm gathering my stuff here for you guys. But how y'all doing this morning? Welcome back to Miss Fins. Thank you for joining me this morning. There's gonna be a lot of fun, honestly, like we normally have. I mean, when don't we have fun? You know what I mean? Hello. But we're definitely gonna be able to discuss our opponents here. Let me get here so I can get to you guys and get y'all my link. So go ahead and do it. Good morning, Michelle. How you doing, Jeremiah? Good morning. Good morning. Yes. How you doing? Good morning. Listen, before I go to jury duty again, I might end up on it today. Woman, I don't know what you're doing in your life. You've been in like jury duty like a million times. Fins up. Good luck. You know what I mean? I nerd out to it, so I personally don't mind it. I've only been asked once. So to go, I wasn't elected because I was starting college. I asked if I was able to go ahead and just not go. You know what I mean? But but they were nice. They were kind enough to let me go because I was a freshman, and I told them like I start college tomorrow, and I needed to move in. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yes, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Oh man, we're gonna be able to ooh, so I have some really cool stuff here for you guys. But as usual, as per always, y'all already know, guys. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Let everybody know that we are live over here. We're super excited. If you're excited to see these Dolphins this year, let's go ahead and do it. Hit that like button for me. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe today. Everybody on Twitter and Twitch. Thank you so much for joining Miss Fans. I really do appreciate it. Do appreciate it a ton. Thank you. Robert Trainer, welcome back to Miss Fins. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Good morning, Miss Fins. Yes. Oh my gosh, I just finished 18 months of grand jury duty yesterday. No wonder you haven't been around that much, sir, but it's okay. I still see you. Thank you very much. My God, 18 months? Man, that's work. That is tough. That is tough. I don't know how you do it, but hey, that's still pretty awesome. So you know what I mean. That's still pretty awesome. So hey, you got an opportunity to do that. Why not? But guys, yes. Let me talk to you about the Dolphins. Not really the Dolphins. I worked on the Dolphins yesterday. I gave you my record prediction yesterday. If you didn't see that, catch yesterday's show. Good morning, Adam. Welcome back to Miss Fins. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Yes. Hey mate. Hey mate. Hey mate. What day is it? Hump day. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Yes. So, I talked about the Dolphins yesterday, record, what I think we're going to be doing, honest. So, I gave you guys my homer prediction. And it's not really homer prediction, it's what I see the ceiling being. And then I gave you guys what I thought would more than likely happen and where I had us ranking, to be honest with you. Federal grand jury. Ooh, that is real. Ooh. Robert, that's real. Wow, that's pretty cool. Not gonna lie, I would have totally geeked out to that. But then again, I absolutely love the legal field. So there you go. There you have it. Ooh, wait a minute. Yeah, there you go. That's so much easier to read. Yep. Okay. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna give you my record predictions for each opponent, and I'm gonna talk about a little bit about their pretty much their starting unit, essentially. Expectations of what I think they're gonna be able to do. Where they're in their schedule is gonna be a little bit tougher, a little bit easier, and also who I think is gonna have the opportunity to make the playoffs and how far they can go. So that's gonna be a lot, a lot, a lot. Good morning, Mark. Good morning, Mark. Hold on, give me a second. Whoa. So I totally yeah. Let me remove that because I meant to send a text message, not Anywho, y'all be all right. Let's see here, guys. If you can do me a favor, hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that like button on your way in. This is just hilarious. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me well? I want to make sure y'all can hear me and see me well. If you can hear me and see me well, go ahead and give me a fins up in the comment section real quick. I just want to make sure that I'm good. That I sound good to you guys. Obviously, the money maker. So, let me, I gotta send this. Mm, sorry. It's about the draft, so I gotta. Okay. Sorry about that. Da-da-da-da-da. Hey, we're out here. We're doing what we need to do. You know what I mean? But anyways, guys. So yeah. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be focusing on their record. We're gonna go over each of their records. We're also gonna go over how what I feel like they're gonna end up doing. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, I got some fins. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? Nothing chilling at the holiday inn. Oh, Jeremiah, we are here. We are live. Miss Phins or MC is here. Let's get the party started. Smash that like button, fins up, and let's go Dolphins. Oh, wait. I gotta say that right. Let's go Dolphins. Fins up all day long. Yes, Jeremiah. I love your enthusiasm, man. Thank you. Mark with the fins up. Hey, Mark supports, okay? Look at this. I screenshot that, Mark. uh, Mark, listen, guys, I've already told you this. Mark is a Dolphins fan. It's just that he was originally a Dolphins fan from our conversation and then became a Bills fan, but he's still a Dolphins fan, okay? The Dolphins are in his heart. He bleeds aqua and orange. He's just more into Mark. I think you live in Buffalo, don't you, Mark? If I'm not mistaken. I mean, I'm not trying to put you out there. You don't got to say where you live, but I don't know. I think you live in New York, or you might live down here. I'm not sure, but I think you do. So we'll see. But yeah. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go over, like I said, the record where um where I feel like they're gonna end up going, what I kind of rank their offense ish, and where I think their defense is gonna end up being. I'm also gonna go over a little bit of what their record was and some basic info here. But other than that, to be honest with you guys, it's gonna be very interesting. Brought up in Buffalo, now live in San Diego. Oh, that's so cool, Mark. Wait a minute, Mark. You're here every morning and it's 5 o'clock in the morning over there? Mark, you have a special place in my heart and my Finn's heart, honestly. Because to be here every morning and you're here every morning, I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for supporting Miss Fins. I really do appreciate it. When you change teams, you have no soul. Not true, Robert. Okay? Not true at all. Things happen, and hey, um, that's the beauty of being a fan. You get the opportunity to root for whoever you feel like deserves your time and money. Okay? Miss Fins, love the show. Oh man, buddy. Hey, I'm sure you're gonna love when I talk about the Bills. That's for sure. I can't wait to hear what you gotta say. California, how you doing? Hey, California, we got you a buddy. You got Mark in there, man. You got a buddy over there. So just saying, y'all should go to the games together. That would be pretty cool. We have two over there. We got the San Fran game and the Chargers game, which technically, wait, San Fran is in North Cal, I think is what you all call it, right? Or the Bay Area. And then the Chargers game, would that be called South California? SoCal? NorCal. See? There you go. So San Fran is NorCal, yes. And I think LA would be considered SoCal, right? And then San Diego is like super SoCal. Like, know. I don't know. I think that's how that goes, to be honest with you. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. Going through their schedule, I'm not gonna lie. Until to pretty much yesterday and today, I hadn't really taken a full look at our opponents. Why? Because I didn't really want to give them that much time. If I'm gonna be honest with you. But obviously, I wanted to talk about the AFC because I've been saying it all off season. The way the Dolphins get a chance to get into the playoffs is going to be through, absolutely through um, the division. And for us to be able to do that, we're gonna have to be better than we were last year overall. And I feel like now we have a better complete team. La La Land. Oh, Michelle, that's what it's called. LA, that's funny. Got that right, Michelle. That's funny. Was going to Bill's game in 1964 and enjoyed two AFL championships. Head to LA tonight to stay in hotel. Going to Bill's Ranch tomorrow. Dude, that's awesome. That is awesome. Look at that. You're lucky. See, you at least you get to see both your teams this year. You get to see the Bills and the Dolphins. There you go. Have fun, man. Look at Michelle. Nice. Have fun. But I hope the Rams win. It's so funny. Oh God, it's like I get it. As a Dolphin, you know what? I'm gonna take care of the Bills. I'm gonna leave the Bills for last because I feel like it's gonna be the funnest because I know I'm gonna have to go back and forth with Mark, so that's gonna be fun. Which I think you're actually, I think I'm not gonna give you all my delusion. I think you're gonna like what what I got here so far. Um, okay, I feel like y'all are gonna be pretty happy with what I got here, and you gotta research this stuff. You gotta get into it. It's not it's not gonna be. You know what, man? I can't stand the Bills. There you go. I said it. Just thinking about it. Just yeah. Anyways, but let me get through this because y'all, excuse me, y'all gonna be in for a treat. I'm not gonna lie. I almost did something that I was like, oh gosh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. see here. Wow. Anyways, guys, listen. Um, okay, so I'm gonna give y'all. Let me look, cause I wrote it down. I lost my sticky, so I'm gonna give y'all. Let me write this on. Uno more time, okay? I told y'all I'm gonna go over the records. Y'all already know. I'm gonna go over a couple of team stats from last year. Um, and also to uh rankings, offense, defense ranking. Why? Because I feel like that's gonna be interesting. It's where I think they're gonna be, okay? And then as far as the rest of it goes, overall division and where they're gonna lay out, you know. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty good. Um, so let's go over because we're gonna go by going over the records. I'm going over their actual what you say. I'm gonna go over their actual it's pretty dope. No, what did I do? Oh, oh, thank God. Sorry, guys. You know when you're doing production and stuff, this is can get a little scary sometimes. But we got this. We're Gucci. Okay, so let's start out with the Jets. Why I start out with the Jets? Because to me, the Jets, actually, they're a pretty fun team, in my opinion. I feel like, and it's so fun. I was listening to somebody yesterday, and listened to. I think it was who in the world was it? Mike Florio? No, 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 it wasn't. I don't know. Somebody, because again, research. So as far as the Jets, last year they went 4-13, last in the AFC East. Their head coach, you already know, is Robert Sala. Their rookie, not a rookie, my apologies. Their QB, who was a rookie, Zach Wilson, Avi. Um, yeah, and then they ended up being getting the, if I'm not mistaken, the second overall pick because the Lions got first and just got second. Interesting. Very, 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 very interesting team to be honest with you. Right now, they're in a rebuild. Everybody knows that the Jets are in a rebuild, and rebuild. They've been in a rebuild for like a million years. If we're being that is honest, we're being honest. They have been in a rebuild. Um, yeah, so pretty much it. Now, as far as their leaders last year, when it comes to stats, to be honest with you, it's pretty standard. Zach, you already know he got injured, so he missed a few games. That's when we got to see Mike White. They played four QBs last year, which was insane in my opinion. The fact that you had to keep digging in that hole for QBs, but hey, it happened to them when Zach went down. They needed Joe Flacco. They also had Johnson and Mike White, which to me, Johnson, whoa, man, solid when he came through. I was like, ooh, this sir is real. Like this guy is actually pretty good. And we all know what happened when Mike White came in. We were like, who's this kid? And if you guys don't know, Mike White is actually from South Florida, which is pretty dope. His dad is a Dolphins fan, which I thought it was actually pretty cool. Obviously, now he's a Jets fan, but he's still a Dolphins fan that supports his son, who plays the Jets. Um, but yeah, man, Josh Johnson was solid for them. Uh, um, to be honest with you, when I saw Josh Johnson, I was like, "Who is this guy? This man is like ripping it. Like he's getting like 300 plus yards. Look at all these touch. Like, what is going on with the Jets? Because their backups are looking like they could be starters somewhere. Obviously, didn't last very long, but it happens. Also, like I told you, Mike White, man, yo, I don't know what to tell you. Listen, Josh Johnson only played 3 games and still got 334 yards, which is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean? Pretty solid. But when Mike White came in and he played those 4 games, he almost had 1,000 yards. I was like, this kid. He had one game that was like 400 yards. I was like, nah, stop it. Stop it. 5 TDs, 8 interceptions. I get it, fine. Eight interceptions, but still, this kid coming out of nowhere. Oh my God, he was exciting to watch, and I don't even like. I hate the Jets. Anybody that's not the Dolphins, bye. And if anything, y'all should already know the Giants are my second team because I am a Dolphins fan, people. Okay, I am a Dolphins fan. And when the Giants beat and saved our perfect season, when that glorious Eli Manning for the win, man, and saved our perfect season, yo, I instantly became a Giants fan. Obviously, they're not gonna beat here, but that I remember. Let me tell you something. I remember exactly where I was, September 11th, 2001, and I remember exactly where I was in 2007 or 2008. Yeah, when the New York Giants beat the New England Patriots in has to be one of the most insane catches I've ever seen in my life. I've yet to see one like that ever again. And they saved our perfect season. So shout out to you, Eli. Okay? Just say. Just say. Um, my gosh, man. My gosh. Also got tickets for Dolphins at Chargers. Smart man. Smart man. Let's see, Michelle. I'm not as confident for us in that game, but we beat the Chargers before. Just true. Just true. If you see it yesterday, I kind of have us losing. I'm just saying. Preachers, Miss Fins. This party starts when Miss Fins goes live, and after the Dolphins win, we take the party to a whole new level. Let's go, Dolphins! Yes, yes, yes. So let me continue with this real quick. Mm. Remember, guys, hit that like button, share, subscribe, let everybody know. We got 15 people up in here. We only got 11 likes. Let's get the likes up, guys. We got great connection according to this thingy. So let's do it. So yeah, back to the Jets. So the Jets, to me, I was like, whoa, exciting team. Now, this is one thing that I did like the way that they were developing their rookie quarterback. Instead of having them doing RPOs, they threw him out into the fire, which is exactly what the Jaguars did with Trevor Lawrence. They put him in a pro style type of offense, allowed him to get the hits and work out that NFL style defense, offense. My apologies. And with, ooh, this is important. Yeah, I'll leave that here. Um, and with that, God, Zach Thomas, yeah, he was awful, absolutely awful. Zach Wilson, sorry, absolutely awful. I mean, throwing interceptions left and right. I mean, he ended up the year with 9 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, but overall, interception galore. Like at least two a week. You know what I mean? But something happened after he came back in those last 5 weeks or so. He was solid. You can see the progression in his level, in his skills. He got better. And I'm out here thinking, man, this is what we need to go ahead and have our our um our offense do so that we can develop Tua. So he's able to not just run the RPO, which is a lot of what he did in college, but to be able to go ahead and really get into this pro style offense that allows us to do so much more. And at the end of the season, guys, Zach Wilson was actually pretty good. Pretty good. Solid took care of his interceptions. Still had a couple interceptions, but nothing compared to the beginning. Uh, my mother, love you, mommy. Um, and crazy, absolutely crazy. How you can see his development, and if they continue to do this, they're gonna have a solid QB. The only thing is he is short. He's a small QB, so it's gonna be a little bit harder for him to see over his linemen. But he can scramble. He can move out of the pocket. He needs to learn how to not take sacks because he took them, 44 of them last year. But again, that comes with time, repetition, and he'll be able to get through that. Okay. Now, listen, I'm gonna tell you my overall what I think right now as far as and other key players. Obviously, they got Elijah Moore. You know what I mean? They added some really good what you say uh, uh, they added some really good players, and that's another thing. To me, the Jets absolutely by far had the best draft in my opinion. They truly won the draft. I mean, yeah, absolutely won the draft. Listen, especially in the AFC East, they won the draft. But overall, I would say they were the draft winners in my opinion. Overall, over all 32 teams, to me, they just had the best draft. They took care of positions that they needed. They got depth in other positions, and that's what you want to see whenever you're getting into, excuse me, into your team. You know what I mean? I do hope that they keep Robert Sala for the next 10 years because I feel like that's what they need, continuity. Don't pull the trigger. This guy's doing what he's doing, building that defense and getting the offense um, ready for this defense so they can have a balanced young team of studs. And right now they do. To me, they had the best draft. In the first round, they got Sauce Gardner, fourth overall. They got Garrett Wilson, Garrett Wilson at number 10, and then their edge, Jermaine Johnson, at 26. To me, that first round period was already amazing. Then they added even more depth in the rest. I think they almost had like 11 picks. They were us this year of what we were last year. Was it last year that we had like 11 picks? Or the year before? Last year or the year before? Y'all know. In the last 2 years, we have a ton of picks. But when it comes to the Jets, they won, man, and they hit. They got really good players that you want them to go ahead and do, and they also re-signed their other players too that they didn't lose this year. Braxton Berrios, Lamarcus Joyner. So they got some solid pieces, both offense and defense. I still think it's a young team. They did lose Jamison Crowder, which you never want to see that. Marcus May and Afoli Fatukasi. But overall, not so bad. They were able to add DJ Reed, CJ Uzoma, and also Lakin Tomlinson. So overall, I think this offseason they've done pretty well. Um, as far as the run game, you're gonna see them run heavy, in my opinion. But I do see Zach making that year two leap, which is what you want in a young QB. I feel like now, I know he got a little injured in the off season. We don't know if he's gonna start week one or not. I think in their depth chart they do have him as starting, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Flacco? I think it might have been Flacco. I didn't get to see it. I didn't get to pull it up, but regardless, if he doesn't play this first game, he is going to be coming in within game two. In my opinion, I don't see him going past that overall. Now, I do think that they have a tough schedule. Talk about us having a tough schedule. We got about 4 tough games at the beginning. They've got like seven tough games at the beginning. Man, they're going against the Ravens, the Browns, they're going against the Bengals, the Steelers, Dolphins, Packers, Broncos. Those first seven games, I'm giving them all else. Like all said, they're going 0-7 in my opinion. Those first seven games, Ravens lost all of them. I just mentioned, even all the way up to the Packers and Broncos. Those insane games. I don't see the Jets actually being effective in that aspect. It is going to be tough for them. Very, very much tough for them. Um, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a punch in the gut. Some people have them winning 9 games, which I was like, sir, stop, please. But yeah, that it's gonna be. It's not gonna be that good. Now overall, Zach, he only played 13 games. He still got 23 over 2,300 yards, 55% completion, which is not bad. His average was 6.1. So it wasn't bad. I've already told you. He did have a long for 54, which is actually pretty nice. But the sacks, man, he took way too many sacks, in my opinion, as far as a QB. You know what I mean? You want to protect your body. Michael Carter, who is their starting, in my opinion, they're starting running back. He played 14 games, so he was also banged up too. And he got 4 touchdowns, which is you want that. He got 639 yards, so you definitely want to be able to have somebody that can get you yardage. But again, like I said, I think this year that they with their roster and their depth chart, I think adding Brees Hall that was definitely good for them. Michael Carter right now is behind Brees Hall, which in my opinion he should be. Their starters right now, if you really think about it, um, you're gonna have Zach Wilson. Obviously, is gonna be their starter. Joe Flacco is his backup. As far as running backs, they got Brees Hall and Michael Carter are gonna be 1 and 2 punch. They still got Ty Johnson and they got Sonovan Knight. As far as wide receivers, Elijah Moore is their starter. Garrett Wilson, like I said, they just drafted. That 1-2 punch. They still got Corey Davis, Braxton Berrios, like I said, and Jeff Smith. As far as tight end, they got Tyler Coughlin, CJ Uzoma, like I mentioned, Jeremiah Rucker. On their kicker, Greg Zerlane, phenomenal kicker, solid kicker. You can't really get more solid than him. Consistent punter, Brendan Mann. So not a bad overall team for the Jets. I'm very happy for them that they were able to slowly but surely get that what do you call it? Get the overall allness as far as their team. So that was the Jets. See what I mean? As far as oh man, as far as the rest of it goes, so like I mentioned, they got Ravens, Browns, Bengals. They're not gonna. I'm sorry, not sorry, because I don't foresee them doing nothing when it comes to the rest of their offense. Oh, as far as the rest of the records, yeah, those first seven losses, I do think that they're gonna split with the Patriots, and I think that their first win is gonna come week 8 versus the Patriots because they're gonna be playing at home. That's gonna be a very interesting game. But then after that, they got the Bills, and I think that's gonna be another loss. Then they have the bye week 10. Week 11, they played the Patriots at Patriots. I think that's gonna be a loss. You don't beat Bill Belichick twice unless you're the Miami Dolphins. Um, so that's gonna be very, very interesting. How you doing, Batman? Welcome back to Miss Phins. Welcome, welcome. Brees Hall, the running, my favorite draft went to them in the second. Yeah, Brees Hall, solid pickup. I know a lot of Dolphins fans really wanted him to get Brees Hall. But definitely great great pickup by them, in my opinion. So, Mark, what Bills YouTube channel do you listen to? Good morning, Green Rat. Hey, listen, Mark is awesome. It's 5 o'clock over there, and he's faithfully over here listening to a Dolphins content creator because he's a Dolphins fan. You know what I mean? So, hey, just saying. Back to the Jets. I know I'm spending a lot of time with the Jets, but there's a reason why I'm spending a lot of time, guys. Um, I really do think that they're gonna be making some they're gonna be making some moves. I don't think they're gonna have. You'll see my overall, but let me get with the rest of it. Then they got the Bears. After that, week 12, week 13, they got the Vikings. Those to me, I think they're gonna win. I don't believe or trust at all in the Bears. I think that Jets have a better defense, in my opinion. And Bears, they're in a super rebuilding, second year QB. I don't see them making it. They're gonna have a rough year this year, rougher than the Jets, in my opinion. So Bears, I see that as also a win. The Vikings, I also see that as a win. Even though I love Kirk Cousins and Thielen, man, that's my guys. I don't know if they're gonna be as solid. They did lose some key pieces this year as far as the Vikings, so that's gonna be interesting to see how they pick up. But I do think that the Jets definitely win those two games. As far as the Bills, week 14 loss. Let's just be honest. It's not even just being honest. That's then they got week 15. They got the Lions. Week 16, they got the Jaguars, the Seahawks, 17, and then the Dolphins to wrap up the season. I actually think that they are going to beat the Lions, the Jaguars, and the Seahawks. Interesting. Their only primetime game, which I'm surprised they got one, is going to be Week 16 versus the Jaguars Thursday night. That you can find it on Prime Video. So, thank God I have Prime Video. But yes, so you can go ahead and catch their one primetime game. But I do see them losing again to the Dolphins week 18. Now that game, it's to be determined. I think it's gonna get flex. It could be January 7th or the 8th. We'll see. And they know it's gonna be for the division, not necessarily against the Jets, but it's gonna be against the Bills. As far as who's gonna end up winning the division. And when I go over the Bills, you'll see that. So yeah, so I have to just go in 6-11. I think that they're doing better last year for going from 4-13 to 6-11. It's an improvement. They 2 extra wins. Can they get more than that? Any given Sunday, people, they could obviously get more than that. But I think that they're building something special. And if they keep Robosala, which to me is it's one of the best coaches they've had in years, after Rex Ryan, I think that they got a good one here. They need to go ahead and keep them. Don't be like the Dolphins. And just go ahead and really just build, keep building, keep adding, because this young talent could definitely make something happen. So you'll see. It's gonna be very, very interesting when it comes to the Jets themselves. As far as their offensive ranking, come on, bottom quarter, in my opinion. As far as their ranking, I don't see them going any higher than the bottom quarter. So that puts them anywhere from 25 to 32, in my opinion. I think that's what they're gonna end up being. As far as their defense, now they typically run a three wide receiver, one tight end. Um, they do run that 4-3 defense. They got some studs, some good ones. Like I said, Garner, they just picked up. That's gonna be very, 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 very interesting. Um, Especially with, I mean, he already got his own sauce and Buffalo Wild Wings. I can't even believe it. But yeah, they got some good guys here. Carl Lawson, Solomon Thomas, Kenan Williams, John Franklin Myers, C.J. Mosley, Quan Alexander, Quincy Williams, like I said, Sauce, Jordan Whitehead, LaMarcus Joyner, and DJ Reed. So we'll see what they end up doing overall as far as their team. I think it's going to be very interesting um, to see overall what they end up doing. You know what I mean? This is going to be interesting. That's all I'm going to say. There's not really much that you can say more about that than the fact that they are who they are. They still got to prove some stuff before they're able to go ahead and make it happen for themselves. Um, so that's just what it is. Then we go ahead and go to the Patriots, guys. The Pats, the Patties, the Cheatriots. We call them a million things, and they deserve it. Why they deserve it? Because it's all factual. Uh, Say what you want. It don't even matter. Doesn't even matter. Okay, the Pats. It's funny enough. Yeah, y'all gonna see my record position. This is gonna be hilarious, in my opinion. Um, but overall, the Patriots. They don't even know what they're doing, people. The Patriots don't even know what they're doing, in my opinion. Uh, yeah, they really don't know. Green Rat, Joe Marino. Oh, look at that. You do listen. Joe Marino, Locked on Bills, cover one, Enrico report. Oh, that's cute. That's good, Matt. Mark, that's really good. So you do got guys that you listen to as well. That's great. So as far as the Patriots, man, what's going on with the Patriots? They don't even know what they're doing as far as their own offense. If we're gonna be honest, right now, it's a bleep show, if you will. Insert whatever word you want to use because they don't have an offensive coordinator. We all know Josh McDaniels took the head coaching job over there at Las Vegas, almost at Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders. So he's turning that around, which to me is going to be an exciting team to watch. Honestly, yeah, what a break. Mm. And because of that, I see them struggling heavily. Now we've heard the offseason all of these things that they're gonna be dealing with. Mark, you say Jets are gonna be 7-10 in your opinion? They could be 7-10. I told you they could flip one of those other games. I mean, the only other win I could possibly give them, maybe against the Steelers week 4. If Steelers, I know they just crowned Mitch Trubisky as their QB1, but he might be fumbling, so maybe they can sneak one out against the Steelers. Word of mouth. It's gonna be. It's gonna be. It's gonna be the Dolphins 20-0, baby. Absolutely. Welcome back. Word of mouth. What's good, Chef Jew, Lady Dolphin, Miss Fins, everybody? How y'all doing this morning? Check your pulse. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely, guys. This AFC is gonna be great. So y'all get into this. Um. So yeah. So as far as the Patriots, let me go over their essentially what they did. We already know Bill Belichick is their head coach. Last year they won 10-7. They made it to the playoffs. They lost in the wild card. They got Mac Jones, Whack Jones. We already know that Devontae Parker went from here to over there, and then they still have Matthew Judon. So we'll see. Those are pretty much the key players. They drafted last year. I forgot what they ended up being, but regardless, Mac Jones did go to the Pro Bowl. He was ranked NFL 85. Lame, but it is what it is. I think they're just riding that Patriots high, and anybody would have actually been ranked that way. Just saying, in my opinion, not necessarily Mac. But you still gotta respect Mac. He did his thing. A whole 3 passes in one game. I've never seen that before. But they got the win. That's all that matters. So let me go over their schedule real quick. But before I do, I'm gonna go over some of their team stats, like I did with the Jets. With Mac Jones, he played all 17 games. He got 3,800 yards. Good for him. He averaged 7.3 and also did have a 75-yard long. He didn't pass it for 75. It just went long for 75. 22 total touchdowns, 13 interceptions. Not bad ratio. He did get sacked 28 times, so did way better versus the 44 that Zach Wilson did. Now, he was a also a rookie, so interesting. But again, what do you expect from somebody who is in a Bill Belichick system? You know what I mean? You expect them to do well. Backup is Brian Hoyer last year, so that's gonna be very interesting. Um, yeah, overall they did good. Damon Harris was their number one running back. Played 15 games, got 929 yards, 15 touchdowns, which is pretty much solid. He did fumble twice and lost both of them. Um, but hey, it is what it is. As far as their receiver, Jacoby Myers was their receiver. He played all 17 games. Caught 83 out of 126, averaged 10.4. He only got two touchdowns though, so that's pretty interesting. And his longest went for 39. That's about as like the main guys that you have here. Obviously, now as far as their overall team, if you will, this year they got again Mac Jones. Brian Horace is back up. Their running backs that 1-2 punch is still Damian Harris and they got Ramondre Stevenson. They also got Ty Montgomery and Pierce Strong, so we'll see what those guys do as well. Being their rest of their depth chart, they do have wide receiver Jacoby Myers still. They picked up Devontae Parker in their depth chart. I mean, they actually have Vate's word. Um, ah, they actually have as a wide receiver one Devontae Parker and also Jacoby Myers, even though he's a little bit injured. So that's we'll see what they do. They also have Kendrick Bourne and Taekwon Thornton. Now, that Taekwon was supposed to be their number one deep threat, but how obviously he injured, went on IR, so he's not gonna be able to do much. They still got Nelson Aguilar, so that's gonna be very very interesting. As far as their other person, because Christian Wilkerson also went to IR as well. Okay. Now behind Devontae Parker, they do have Matthew Slater. Now, as far as the starting, they still got Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, both of them making over $25.5 million. No idea how on earth Jonnu Smith did absolutely nothing in this team last year, but he pretty much did nothing. Hunter Henry pretty much did everything. That's why he's tight end one, and Jonnu tight end two. And obviously their offensive line, they got Trent Brown, Cole Strange, just got drafted, which was a bit strange. Get it? They got Davis Andrews, Mike Onwenu, and Isaiah Wynn. And their backups, James Frantz, Jason Hines, and Justin Huron. So not so bad. You know that they mostly run three wide receiver, one tight ends. Um, when it comes to their overall offense, as far as their offense overall, they may need to, because again, Taekwon is injured. They may to rely more on the running game like they did last year, but even more so than last year. Because of that, they might seem like a one-dimensional team. We'll see. As far as them overall, I mean, their weeks 11 and 18 are gonna be the toughest. They're in that sweet spot between week 5 and 12. They're gonna be okay. Um, Definitely very doable games there. You'll see, but that last stretch between, in my opinion, week 13 to week 18, those are going to be the hardest games that they have, the hardest stretch that they have. So it's not going to be as easy for them. They obviously got their kicker Nick Folk, punter Jake Bailey, and their um, long snapper Joe Cardona. So that's going to be very very interesting in my opinion, as far as what you can see the Patriots dealing with. Now, as far as their schedule themselves, or let me go over their rank. As far as their offensive rank, they might be like third tier, maybe even bottom two. So what is it? Third tier would make them anywhere from 16 to like 24. Way late tier, honestly. And the reason why I'm saying that is because they have no clear signal caller when it comes play caller, um, offensive coordinator at all. Like they got Matt Patricia trying to do it, and he's a defensive um, assistant. So yeah, I'm not seeing. I don't know what they're doing, in my opinion. To be 1,000% honest with you, as far as the Patriots go. So let me go over the schedule and what I think. Now this is kind of bummerish because I don't know. It's ridiculous. They got five, man, five primetime games on flipping real. But as per usual, it always happens. And with that being said, let me go over here as far as the schedule. So week one, they got the Dolphins. I see that it's a loss. I really do think the Dolphins will get this game, even though it is on 9/11. Say what you will, people. It is my opinion. As far as let's see here. Belichick sent Bowden to Dolphins facility to spy us. We forget to get Bowden's keys. Y'all are hilarious. Got out of work late. Wanted to come and support. I'll tell you, I'll be at the draft tonight. Great, Epps. Listen, the draft is at 8, but everything starts at 7:45. So the draft is at 8, but everything starts at 7:45. I'm gonna send you a message on Twitter. I think, yeah, you got Twitter. I'm gonna send you all you guys messages on Twitter because I want to make sure y'all are good. On that note, might as well just say, Misfits finish show. It's gonna be tonight live draft. The draft is at 8, but the stream starts at 7:45 because we gotta get everybody in because I want to be able to see all of y'all to talk. So go ahead and check that out tonight. We got the Misfits show tonight, the after hours Misfits. It's gonna be so much fun. I want to see exactly how I'm gonna destroy these guys because I really do feel like it's gonna be a lot of fun to be able to get them through. So yeah, they're gonna have to deal with me. And last year I won my draft, and this year I'm feeling really lucky. Are you feeling lucky, punk? Just saying, I'm coming for everybody. No mercy. Okay, and that's gonna be tonight. Yes, tonight, 8 p.m. starts the draft. The show starts at 7:45, so we can get everybody in and everybody settled. Um, so that's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. Join my Pick'ems challenge. That's gonna be fun. The earlier you join the season, the more points you can get. Whoever's the overall winner is gonna get a cool prize. What that is, I have no idea. It could be Dolphins merch. It could be in addition to Misfits merch, it could, I don't know. I'm still gonna figure it out, but it could be a jersey. It could be, I don't know. It could be pretty much a lot of things. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And you already know, guys, you can catch Misfits each and every morning, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, each and every morning here, um, on the Misfits Show. Thank you very much. Monday through Friday, every single morning. You know that we do our um game review, and I'm gonna go over my schedule. I mean, I kind of did it the same thing that I did for the preseason. I'm gonna continue that for the regular season because it worked and I liked it, and hey, that's what we're doing. But yeah, guys, so go ahead and do that. Again, we got the 500 subscriber giveaway, guys. We're so close. We need like 12 people, I think. Is it 12 people? Wait, no. I think my numbers might be a little wrong. A little wrong. We're really close. That's all I gotta say. We're really close to the 500 subscriber giveaway. So go ahead and subscribe, share, like to everybody. You see it over here. Hit that like button, share, subscribe. Everybody on Twitter, Twitch, thank you for joining back. I'm Miss Phins. Really do appreciate you guys. And yeah, guys, we got week 1 of the NFL, baby. Whoop whoop. Everything starts tomorrow with the Bills and Rams. Thursday night football over there in Prime Video. But guys, this week is football, baby. We're gonna have so much fun. Whew, so much fun. But yes, who we talk about? The Pats, the Patties. Uh, they're about to get grilled. That's all I'm saying. Absolutely. Dade Father. Good morning, Dolphin Miss Fans. 4 days away. I know, right? I can't even wait. Did we win the Super Bowl yet? Level 2 noob. I love it. For real. We're about to do it. Abs going to all drafts, all kickers. Oh my god. It's a super secret winning strategy. I love it. Richard McLean, welcome back. Miss Fins, will Noah start Sunday? Um, that's gonna be very interesting. Ah, Miss Raim. Boker Tov. Boker Tov. Toda toda. Um, that's gonna be very interesting. As far as Noah starting, they did release the depth chart. I have it. Noah's not starting, in my opinion. It's gonna be Nick Needham, and it's gonna be obviously X. But I'm gonna go over that. I can go over that. Actually, we're going over that on Friday when we talk about our game preview at 8 a.m. So stick to Friday, 8 a.m. We're gonna discuss our game preview for the game like every single Friday, unless we play like on Thursday when we do, because we do 1 year. Then I'll do that like Wednesday or Thursday morning. I'll do the game preview. But um, Richard, Miss Fins, do you expect Fins to play a lot of zone defense Sunday with Byron out? I do. Yeah, I do, which kind of scares me, but hey, it is what it is. But let's go back to the Patriots, guys, because I got to give you my record prediction. Like I told you, as far as their offense, I think they're going to be bottom half, minimum. I mean, bottom, I don't want to put them in like that last quadrant, like the last four, but anywhere between, oh gosh, 20 and not 20 because I still think that's a little tough. But yeah, anywhere between 20, I would say, and 25. It's where I would put the offense for the Patriots. That's going to be very interesting. As far as their defense, you already know with the with the Patriots, they had solid defense last year. Solid defense. Their overall issues in my opinion, just injuries like everybody else. They did lose some major guys in the defense, so that's gonna definitely hurt them. um, yeah, because them not having most of their them not having their actual J.C. Jackson alone to me was their biggest loss, in my opinion. Absolutely their biggest loss. I don't know how they let that happen, and the Chargers pick them up, which Chargers might have the second best defense in my opinion. So we'll see. But yeah, that was kind of crazy in my opinion. I don't know how they let that happen. No idea, but they did, and that's their problem. Because now in defense they got who do they got? They got Dietrich Weiss, Devon Gottschall, Lawrence Guy, Matthew Judon, Jawan Bentley, Mark Wilson, Josh Uche, Jonathan Jones, Kyle Duggar, Devin McCourty, and Jalen Spills. That's the starters. Backups. Bunch of Joneses. Which is hilarious because all three Joneses are all behind. They're all corners. Jonathan Jones, Jones, Marcus Jones, Jack Jones. Yeah, keeping up with the Joneses at this point. That's gonna be hilarious. And then shout out to Nick Folk, kicker, punter Jake Bailey, and like I said, Joe Cardona. So that's gonna be interesting. Their record. I actually have them having a very, very tough latter part. Like I mentioned, as far as week one, it's a loss. Week two, they go against the Steelers. I do think that they're gonna win. As far as versus the Ravens, to me, that's gonna be a loss for them. They also have what do you call it? They also have the Packers back to back after them. That's gonna be in the Packer, like over there in Packers. That's gonna be a loss in my opinion. Week four for them. Now they get into that week um, easier part stretch of their season. with the exception of the Colts. But they do have week 5 through 12 to garner up some back-to-back wins. They have the Lions, the Browns, the Bears, the Jets, the Colts. They have their bye week 10, and then they have Jets and Vikings. Those are, week 5 through 12. As far as Lions, Browns, Bears, and Jets, I do see them winning those games. As far as the Colts, I actually don't see them winning against the Colts. Jonathan Taylor's going to run all around them. I think that Matt Ryan, it's a better quarterback than Wentz. Less injury prone, solid. He's just been on an team that went on a crazy run um, that year, and they completely botched the Super Bowl. I was so happy at halftime for them because I wanted Matt Ryan to win that Super Bowl. I wanted Julio Jones to win that Super Bowl, and it just didn't. They couldn't quite hold on. So that adrenaline kind of left them at halftime, and Bill Belichick is the king of making adjustments halftime, and they made adjustments, and from then on, it was history. To me, it's just one of the ugliest losses. I mean, they might as well have just not scored that much to lose the way they did. Gosh. Mm. But it happens. It is what it is. That's what they got to deal with. So I do think that the Colts, they're gonna lose to it. Then they got, like I said, Jets and Vikings. I do see those being as wins, but then they have that latter part in their schedule. This is their gauntlet right here. They got Thursday night football against the Buffalo week 13 loss. They got Monday night football against the Cardinals loss. Then they got, this is insane right here. I'm just so annoyed. All primetime games that I'm mentioning. Sunday night football against the Raiders, week 15, loss in my opinion. Josh McDaniels offense, it's gonna tear apart that defense in my opinion. And then they got the Bengals Saturday because of Christmas. So um, yeah, that's gonna be interesting. So they have it Christmas Eve. To me, that's gonna be a loss as well. I don't see them make that. Then they got on New Year's Day. Ooh, I'm gonna enjoy New Year's Day. Dolphins, Bengals. I mean, Dolphins, Pats win. Yes, I said it. We're winning over there. Um, over there at Foxborough, like we did last year, back to back sweeping years for the Dolphins. I do see them losing to the Dolphins. And then they have at the very end to cap off the season the Bills, which either could be the 7th or the 8th, because again, that's going to be flexed. Interesting how they flexed these last games, but it's week 18. I see them as a loss. So I got them going in the first 4, 1-3. And then that middle chunk one, I got them going 6-1. But then the last 6 weeks, losses. Putting them at 7-10. So yes, I have the Patriots going 7-10. Some people might say that might be a little too aggressive. That might be a little too low. But let's be honest. Right now, the Patriots don't really have, in my opinion, the offense to really challenge some of these defenses. And I don't know. But again, it's Bill Belichick, so you can never count them out. Never count them out. So annoying. But I just don't think this is the year for them. I think they take a massive step back. And to be honest with you, they're going to be fighting for the last position in the AFC East. Honestly, they really are going to be fighting because I got the Jets going 6-11, Patriots going 7-10, but that could be flipped at any moment. I see those two teams splitting this year between each other. So that's going to be very, very interesting. Hopefully, I mean, I would love to see the Pats in the cellar. You know what I mean? Sorry, Daddy. Everybody knows my dad's a Patriots fan, but still, I don't see them getting any more than. Could they maybe squeeze out one extra win? Maybe. And go 8-9? Maybe. But the only other win, perhaps, that I think that they might be able to get is if they catch. I don't know, because the Bengals are going to be in playoff mode by then. Dolphins too, and the Bills. Raiders are going to be challenging for that wild card. I don't want to say wild card, but wild card position, in my opinion. Maybe Cardinals. Maybe, it all depends. I don't know. Maybe the Cardinals. I think they might be able to squeeze. Maybe they might sneak the Colts and get the Colts, but I don't see it, in my opinion, for those two. That's probably the most. And I do have that firm belief that, yes, they're losing twice to the Dolphins this year. Okay, I'm sitting down. Uh, okay, I'm sitting down. I have to go sell three goats at 11 busy morning. Hey, man. I know you're being bad today, but keep doing a great job, Ebbs. Do your thing, sir. Um, so yeah, so that's why I got the Pats. To be honest with you, it's really annoying that they got five primetime games. That Monday Night Football Week 7 versus the Bears, Thanksgiving Week 12 versus the Vikings. They have Thursday Night Football Week 13 versus the Bills. They got Monday Night Football Week 14 versus the Cardinals, and then they also have that Week 15 Sunday Night Football versus the Raiders. And if you want to tack on the fact that they're gonna have that Saturday game, I don't know if you call it prime time, but it's a different day, so there you go. Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting when it comes to the what do you call it? The Patriots. So there you have it, guys. That's my in-depth look where I see the Patriots this year. It's gonna be very, very, very interesting. As far as where they're gonna end up, it could be a toss-up. Like I said, I got them going 7-10. Could they go 6-11 or 8-9? Yes, but I don't think so. Can we draft punters in fantasy? Sir. No, not in the fantasy. No. Kickers, yes, not punters. Kickers, yes, just not punters. You're hilarious. Um and now off to I know Mark is gonna be enjoying this part. Yes, Mark, we get to talk about your Bills, sir. Yup. Your Bills, your Bills, your Bills. Guys, they also have 5 primetime games, which is so annoying. But then again, they did their thing, so can you really be surprised that they got it? Not really. So it is what it is. As far as the Bills, they're all right. They're not too bad. Isaiah McKenzie is my sleeper, shaking my head. Okay. Hey, listen, make it happen, Captain. As far as uh, yeah. Hold on, give me a second here, real quick. Do, 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 do. Okay. There you go. So yeah, this is gonna be very, very interesting. Overall, with what we are seeing here, as far as the Bills, as far as the oh, one thing I didn't the my goodness, I completely forgot to give you the overall team stats for the teams. Um, sorry, for the Jets and for the. I mean, I kind of went over the stats themselves based on QB, but I didn't go over like overall team stats. You know what I mean? Total yards, the Jets did go 5,200 yards, which is pretty good. They also got about over 300 yards per game. I think it was 308, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and 306. Then they also went passing, as y'all already know. Overall, as a team, 3,500, over 3,500 yards and 208 per game, which is pretty decent. As far as the rushing, the Jets did go over 1,600 yards with a 98.1 average per game, which is something that you want to go ahead and see. And they overall scored 310 points, averaging about 18.2 per game per year. Now for the Pats, I completely forgot to mention that. Total yards over 6,100 yards, 6,119. They averaged around 360 yards a game. Their overall passing was 3,400 yards and about 200 per game. Um, and then their rushing was 2,700 yards, just over 2,700 yards that they had, which averaged about 159, 160 a game. Overall points, they did score 444, which average of 26.1 per game last year. Okay. I'm going to go over the Bills once I go and finish my Bill stuff. Okay. Just so y'all know. And I mean, do we really got to go over? And I did mention defense too. So let me go over the defense as well. Look, their defense dead last. Feel bad for the Jets, but their defense allowed over 6,700 yards, average about 397.6 a game. Overall, that's the total defense. And then when it came to passing, they allowed 4,400 yards, over 4,400 yards, over 259 yards per game. Their rushing, they averaged over 2,350 yards total and over 138 yards per game. And then as far as points, they allowed over 500 points, which is an average of 29.6 a game last year. Dead last when it comes to defense. Absolutely not good overall. They definitely got to get better at that. As far as the Patriots themselves, they were actually pretty decent. The Patriots, they did their thing. They were top four in their defense, so you can't even their defense was pretty solid last year. They totally allowed 5,200 yards, almost 5,300, which an average of 310 per game. Their passing was they did allow 81 total yards. For passing, 187 per game. Plus, on rushing, just so you guys know, they did allow over 2,100 yards, as well as 123, almost 124 rushing yards per game. Total points that they did allow was 303 points last year, with an average of 17.8 per game. That made them top four. So congratulations. That was pretty good. Told you I was going to talk about offensive and defensive rank. It's pretty decent. They ended up being um, second in the division last year. Y'all already know that. Jets were last in the last year. Dolphins were third. Bills number one last year. So there you go. And then obviously, as far as defense, I'm gonna go over that once I get to, like the Bills stuff. Yeah. But as far as the Bills, let's go over here because I know my man Mark, he's excited, he's ready, and I want to finish out with the Bills because we're going in an in-depth look into the AFC East opponents, guys, today. It's a lot of fun actually researching the team, seeing what they got, seeing what they're doing, because this is something that we need to know. We have to know our opponents. Know thy enemy and know thyself. And out of 100 battles, you will win 100% of the time. Sun Tzu. I kind of, what you call it? I kind of paraphrased a little there, but y'all know what I was talking about. So there you go. Okay, so last year they went 11-6. They were number one in the division. As I said, they were ranked number 4 in the AFC conference for the playoffs, and they lost the divisional round. As you know, Sean McDermott is their head coach. Their main stars, as you already know, is Josh Allen, QB, Stephon Diggs, which is their wide receiver. And they just picked up this offseason Von Miller as far as like their main guys, if you will. Their draft was pretty low because obviously they didn't go into the playoffs, but they still had some pretty decent pickups as far as the draft itself. Um, to be quite honest with you, the the Bills to me overall, they had a okay, they had an okay draft. Honestly, they had an okay draft. Wasn't too bad. You know what I mean? Um, they had an okay draft. They they made it happen, if you will. So you can't really get mad too much at what they did this off season as far as their by the way, I forgot to mention. Patriots had the worst draft in my opinion. It was a little strange, pun intended. Um yeah, absolutely the worst draft. Definitely the worst in the AFC East. Worst draft, one of the worst drafts overall this past off season. So, in my opinion. Then you got the what you mean? You got the Bills. So yeah, which to me it was very interesting when they released Cole Beasley, in my opinion, and Shaq. They signed Shaq Lawson, um, and also signed Jordan Phillips and Tim Settle. Very interesting to me that they released Cole Beasley, but it is what it is. It's what they did. They did sign Jamison Crowder. That was very interesting as well. This year, as far as their depth and their rankings, well, we're gonna go over all of that good stuff here. So, um, obviously, they waived their punter. I'm not even gonna get into it. That they went ahead and drafted. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna get into that. And picked up, but anywho, as far as their my schedule prediction, I'm gonna give y'all in a second. As far as what I think that they're gonna end up doing, um, gonna be very interesting, guys. Very interesting. You'll see what I mean. Um, yeah. Hmm, weird. Anyways, let me continue. Sorry about that, guys. Like I told you, they went 11-6 last year. You'll see my record position what I have them this year overall. As far as their players, if you will, you already know what their depth chart. Their QB is Josh Allen. They got Case Keenum as his backup overall. Then they also have, as far as the rest of their offense, they will Devin Singletary. Actually, I think I picked him up in one of my leagues. They have Diggs, Gabe Davis, Isaiah McKenzie, which I think Abs you said you picked up in one of your leagues. Yeah, so we'll see. Tight end Dawson Knox, solid tight end. They got fullback Reggie Gillum. Then they got Deion Dawkins, Seyfold, Mitch Morse, Ryan Bailey's, and also David Questenberry. That last name took me a minute to really get it because there's a lot of letters in that last name. So very interesting, very interesting. They also, I mean, obviously, as far as their running backs, they still got James Cook. They got Zach Moss. As far as the rest of their wide receivers, they got again Jamison Crowder, Khalil Shakir, Jake Cameron. They did have to place Marquis Stevenson and IR. That was interesting as well. Um, for their wide receivers. Zach Moss and Taiwan Jones as their running backs. Also, the rest of their backups. Not bad. You know what I mean? What are you gonna say? Their backup. O line: Tommy Doyle, Bobby Hart, Greg Van Rotten, Spencer Brown, and Ike Buttiger. Buttiger? I don't know. I don't know, Mark. You tell me how you say that name. He's out, so I think he's injured, if I'm not mistaken. It's gonna be very, very interesting. So that's their starting offense, if you will. Their D, they got Greg Rousseau out of the University of Miami. You do do do. But in my opinion, the Dolphins got the better of them too. You know, because we did get Jalen Phillips, who's gonna be the Defensive Player of the Year, in my opinion. So there you go. They got Ed Oliver. You already know, solid, solid DT. Daquan Jones, Von Miller, as I told you, they picked up in the offseason, gave him that ridiculous contract for like 8 years, 6 years. But realistically, it's really more like a 3 year contract. And then after that, the last 3 years are going to be portable years where they can go ahead and pay him out and get rid of him. Really, they don't have to keep him the entire time. They got Terrell Benner, Tremaine Edmonds, Matt Milano, Kair Elam, um, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, and Dane Johnson. Arguably, from what everybody's trying to tell me, the number one safety tandem between Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. I'm going to be super biased and say they got the second best because the Dolphins have the best one, which is, Javon Holland and Brandon Jones. But if we're gonna be super honest, I do have to give the Bills the higher up and make them number one in their safety only because they got two solid guys and we got one and a half. I think Brandon Jones is coming into his own this year. Once he gets this year under his belt, Javon Holland's a Pro Bowler in my opinion, but Brandon Jones is gonna get there to be like an all star. So he's getting in there. You know what I mean? That's gonna be very interesting in my opinion, as far as his ability to step up his game. So again, I'm not talking about the Dolphins here in depth like I did, like I am with the AFC East. I'm just giving y'all exactly what I'm seeing here. So I guess yes, if you have to rank them as far as they're having a more complete, more seasoned, more experienced, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde are number one. I just don't like to say it, but if I'm gonna be objective, which you guys already know, I give you my homer stuff because hey, everybody gets to be a homer, but I also give you straight up. That's what you get here. You get balanced information when you're talking about the NFL and the Dolphins. You're gonna get some homer takes because whatever, it's my team. But that's essentially what it is. And Tre'Davious White is out, obviously. Um, but that's gonna be, was their issue in my opinion. They obviously got Tyler Bass, solid kicker, Sam Martin, that's their punter, and then they have their long snapper Reed Ferguson, which interestingly enough, our long snapper is also a Ferguson. So our long snapper and their long snapper for the Bills are brothers, and they have a podcast together after the snap or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, I reached out to them. I'm trying to get them on the on the channel, but it might be a little bit difficult. You know what I mean? So because they're active players, we'll see. You never know. A girl can dream. But yeah, so that's essentially the Bills as far as their depth chart is concerned. I'm not gonna go over the rest of their depth chart as far as like seconds when it comes to their D, but you have an overall idea of what it is. Now, as far as their offensive rank, like I told you, they currently right now um the ooh, sorry, give me a second. Their offensive rank last year, they ranked actually fifth. So overall, some people say they ranked number one and they ranked they ranked fifth overall last year as far as stats are concerned. Okay, but not too bad overall as a team. They did. Excuse me. Overall as a team. Wait, let me get some water because I don't need my throat messing with me right now as I'm talking about the Bills. So hold on. Ooh. Yeah. So about the Bills, obviously, 17 games this year. They had overall 6,400 yards, almost 6,500 yards, 6,493, which average per game was 381.9, which is pretty decent. Honestly, it's pretty awesome. As far as their passing game, oh, I didn't even go the individual stats. Might be. Yeah, no. I want to go individual first before I go over team. Um, as you already know, their passing leader, Josh Allen, played all 17 games, had 409 completions out of 646 attempts. He did have a 63%, 63.3% completion percentage, which is not bad. He did have over 4,400 yards as far as his passing is concerned, with an average of 6.8. Great. He did average almost 260 yards a game. Solid. He did have a long one for 61 yards, so you want that. 36 touchdowns, 15 interceptions. This guy is solid. As far as fantasy, one of the top QBs to have. Solid game. This was year 4 for him. Now he's getting into year 5. This is gonna be year 5. Yeah, so very interesting to see what they got going on. As far as he did take 26 sacks, so kind of like around what Mac Jones took, because Mac Jones got 28, meaning he's able to go ahead and move around that pocket, roll out if he needed to, evade the hits, which is what you want to protect your body. They had Mitch Trubisky, you know, last year too. Um, so that was very, very interesting as far as you know, their backup, if you will. Now they got Case Keenum because Mitch went to, and he's got the starting job over there in Pittsburgh. As far as their receiving, you already know Stephon Diggs, the number one guy, got 103 receptions out of 164. He did go over 1,200 yards last year with 1,225, with an average of almost 12 yards, 11.9, almost 12 yards a catch, which is pretty good. 10 touchdowns. His longest was 61 yards. Really good. He did have a fumble, but didn't lose it. At least they were able to recover it, so that's good for him. And he did get 326 yardage, so that's pretty good. Pretty good for him. And you already know Cole Beasley. I'm gonna talk about these because Beasley was also a big part. He did have 693 yards overall last year with 82 receptions out of 112. His average was 8.5, one touchdown. 29 was his longest. The yak though was 305, so it's interesting how the yak between Cole Beasley and Diggs was very similar. You already know that they also had Emmanuel Sanders over there as well, with 626 yards. Played only 14 games though. Caught 42 out of 72, and his average was pretty high. He had one of the highest, second highest in the team, behind Gabe Davis, who had 15.7. Sanders had a 14.9. I mean, solid players. You know what I mean? Overall, that's why their offense was top 5 last year, and you can't really take that away from them. And Emmanuel Sanders had 4 touchdowns. The longest was 41. So a pretty great, solid wide receiving core. Tight end Knox, solid as well. 587 yards. His average was 12 with 9 touchdowns. Solid. And again, Gabe Davis and things like that. I don't want to go over that. Devin Singletary being their rusher overall last year, he did get 870 yards, average for 4.6. His longest did go for 46 yards. Um, he did attempt 188 rushes, so that's pretty decent. Um, he did have 2 fumbles though, none of them for loss. He's lucky about that, but he did have 7 touchdowns. Um, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. For him. And then obviously number two, which is insane, Josh Allen was their second best rusher with 763 yards. I mean, insane. He averaged more than their number one rusher at 6.3. You know what I mean? His longest was a 34. He had big plays. Nine total big plays of 20 plus yards in rushing and six touchdowns, six rushing touchdowns. He did have five fumbles with two of them lost, but that's what happens when you're getting out open in the field. Um, and he attempted it 122 times. Solid work for Josh Allen. He is a solid, again, top five QB. You can't really deny that overall. As far as their defense, Micah Hyde had five interceptions, and then Tremaine Edmonds had 108 tackles, which led the team. So not bad at all as far as an overall individual type, um, stats of last year. Now their total team stats, I'm gonna go over that. Total team starts. They did have, like I said, 6,493 yards, almost 6,500 yards, with an average per game of 381.3. They did have passing over 4,200 yards, man, 4,284, with an average of 252 a game. They're rushing over 2,200 yards with 2,209, with 129.9, almost 130 a game. That's pretty good. They did score 483 games throughout the season. That was pretty dope. They averaged at 28.4 points per game. You want that, That's what we got to go over. Now, they did drop a lot of 50 burgers, some 40 burgers. So, um, it's solid, but they also dropped only 6 points versus the Jaguars last year, which we put up 28 against them. So just saying, you're not gonna throw in that jab. I'm not throwing that jab, man. I'm a Dolphins fan. I got still throwing the jabs. You know what I mean? So hey, it is what it is. But I'm surprised, man. I'm giving Mark all this love. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't know, Mark. I mean, what do you think so far of what I'm saying? I'm not even done. I'm not even done. I still gotta give you my record prediction over here with the what do you call it? Oh man, with the actual record, which that's gonna be a lot of fun. Mark, I think you're gonna really laugh at that, but yeah. Um, let's see what Mark gotta say. Let me go into these notes real quick. Let me see what y'all gotta say. Um, da-da-da. Da-da-da. Yeah, I just don't believe in Crowder. Some people don't, Epps. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. Um, the Bills would be so good. I mean, so good if they didn't surround themselves with bad halfbacks. Really? What do you think? Maybe. Josh Allen is their best runner. Might as well be. But the stats wise, Singletary did have the most. Okay. Singletary, Moss, and James Cook, excellent running back group. Yes, I said the Miss Phins got cornerback, a career alum. Yes, I said that. Jason 7117, how you doing, Jason? Good morning to the best female Dolphins YouTuber in the world. Ah, you're too kind. You are too kind, Jason. Thank you. Much appreciated. Man, I'm a little behind. A little behind. Sorry, guys. Very little behind, but guys, when I'm in it and I'm ripping it, I'm trying to give you guys some good quality content, and you can get that always over here with Miss Fins. What's up, Kenna? How you doing? Good morning, Miss Fins. Yes. Thank you. Uh, Mark Stout, Zach is injury prone. Singletary is average at best out of FAU, and Cook has done nothing in the NFL. You never know. Cole Beasley was done. He's still unsigned. I guess, Mark. I'm not sure. Okay, Isaiah McKenzie is better than Beasley in at this juncture. Okay. Let's see here. We got Kahil Shakir, uh, and also underrated corner Christian Bedford. Yes. Tis true. Devin Singletary will be the biggest bust in fantasy. Don't tell me that, man. I think I got him in one of my fantasies. Don't tell me that, okay, Epps? I can't deal with that. Don't even know if he's their third down back doesn't plus Josh Allen. Oh man, you're too much. Taywan Jones, best gunner in the league and a team captain. That's good. And so he's still boycotting. Stop it. Don't boycott anybody, guys. With all love. Kenna, let's see what you say. This Mike McDaniel offense requires zip on the ball. You can see it when you break down the tapes of the 49ers with Jimmy G. And you can see why the 49ers moved on from Jimmy. They did move on, but then they had to bring him back because no one would pay that ridiculous salary. And after this year, as the backup to Trey Lance, he will be a free agent. So we'll see. Um, but you know what? TFTG over there, El Capitan had a great breakdown of plays. If you all haven't checked that out, check them out because I really enjoyed it. As you guys know, I'm a Dolphin fan. Look, I'm not just a Dolphins content creator. I'm a Dolphin fan. I'm going to games. Y'all gonna get my reactions in game. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, but I consume content, man. I watch TD, I watch DDW, TFTG, everybody. Miami Sports Music, Batman Finsaholic, Larry L, even big old people. Omar Kelly when he was doing his thing. Reason, Inside the NFL. Everybody. Even some other ones too, like Locked on Dolphins, Dolphins United, K Flexing always makes me laugh. Love them. Really, the one of the originators, if I'm gonna be honest. So, but yeah, check everybody out. Every content creator has their own little flavor, but right now, the most consistent female Dolphins content creator. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? No, I'm just kidding, guys. But I just love doing this, guys. And you know what? I didn't realize how much fun I would have getting to know my opposing teams. I mean, I knew of them, but I didn't really go and do the super detail, you know. And I really like it, so I enjoy it. Would not pick Singletary in fantasy. Limited TDs inside five as those carry the most. Thank you so much, Mark, for that information, which I will utilize tonight because I got two draft people. Let's see here. Da-da-da. Oh, look at that TFCG. Yep, that's what it's called. Oh, yeah, there you go. I didn't even know. I didn't even scroll down, El Capitan, but thank you for supporting Miss Fins. I really do appreciate it. Noah, 22-year-old, is the youngest player on the Dolphins roster, along with Eric E., also 22. Yeah. Actually, he's not the only 22-year-old. Javon Holland is also 22 and in his second year. So just putting that out there as well. Um, uh, let's see here. Da-da-da-da-da. Draft tonight? Yes. Let me go over that again, guys. Listen, the Misfits draft is tonight, guys. Tonight. This is the way it works, and I will be sending all of you guys messages as well. But tonight, the draft itself is at 8 p.m. The stream, so the show typically starts at 8 p.m. I'm gonna start it at 7:45 because I want all of you guys to come in, be in the back, so I can bring you guys up. Make sure all of y'all are in the draft early, and then that way you'll be good to go. But yes, the draft will be at 8 p.m. Meaning 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 with the first overall pick, whoever that ends up being, because it's going to be generated by the system. I'm not going to hit pick. They're going to generate it themselves. Whoever gets the number one overall is going to be the first one up. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ooh, I can't wait to crush you guys. Just saying. So, yes, draft at 8. Stream starts at 7:45. I need everybody in the back room. I'm sending out the links to you guys today. Give me about a couple hours because I gotta take care of some stuff. I'm a working woman, people. But yes, tonight that's gonna be a lot of fun, guys, because we're gonna have commentary. I'm telling you, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I want to hear the PG, but definitely trash talk. You know what I mean? Definitely trash talk. Also, join the Pick'ems challenge, guys. I need y'all to join the Pick'ems challenge. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think y'all are gonna have uh, um honestly, this is gonna be a lot of fun, and I really do expect you guys to to make it happen. You know what I mean? And again, winners are gonna be get the winner at the very end is going to be getting some. Honestly, I'm really am thinking about it. Could be Jersey, it could be something else. I don't know. But y'all, I mean, I'm just saying I can't stream. You don't have to stream. You could just be in the draft, JM, so it's no problem at all. Um, but I do want because I have 9 spots besides myself. Obviously, I'm running the whole thing, so I gotta be there. But definitely 9 spots besides myself. Um, and I want you guys to go ahead and do it. Richard, hit that like button. Yes, 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 yes. I thought you said PG-13. Nah, bro. I said PG. Okay. Uh, let's see here. Da-da-da. Dolphinier, welcome back. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Okay, so I think I figured it out. Miss Phins, did you want the Dolphins to draft Phillips? Out of the two of them, eh, I don't know, but we'll see. Yes, I did like that. Aldo, welcome back to Miss Phins. You going to the opener? Yes, I am, guys. I will be at the game opener, guys. I will be at the game opener. Okay, absolutely. Can you make sure you get Gabe Davis in your fantasy draft projected for 70 plus catches, over 1,000, 10 plus CDs? Actually, I think I do have Gabe Davis in one of my drafts. I'm in 4 leagues, guys. So, and in my last 2 leagues, I'm drafting. So, one draft I have Gabe Davis, the other one I don't. The other one I think I have Singletary. So, there you go. Bills to put up 2,000, Diggs and Davis. Yeah, but it's kind of hard. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. We're not done with the show, guys. I'm still giving you my Bills prediction, but I gotta insert my stuff in there too. Go ahead, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, guys, I want to give away free stuff. Can I give away free stuff? Y'all want free stuff? Because I'm trying to give away free stuff, okay? Can you have a mark break today, Miss Fins? What do you mean, Richard, by that? What do you mean? Um, Delusional, welcome back, because I'm winning it all. Please. Please, Delusional. Get out of here. How about naming the draft the Delusional Patriots fans invitation? Get out of here. Oh, gosh. Keep going. Hey. Um, it's so funny. I didn't even realize, Chris El Capitan, that you were still on here, but I support everybody in the community, so I appreciate all of you guys. So let me go over my prediction over here as far as the Bills break down their actual. I already told you the in depth with their stats last year. I'm gonna tell you where I think they're gonna end up this year too. The defense. I didn't go over their last year's defense. They were the number one ranked defense last year. As far as their stats, real quick, they allowed 4,637 yards, average of 272.8 total per game. Their passing, they allowed 2771, and then their per game 161 yards per game. That's insane. That's really really good. As far as their overall rushing, they only allowed 1,860 yards or 66 with an average of 109 or 110 in this point. As far as points, they only allowed 289 points with 17 points per game average. Absolutely crazy insanity. That was the lowest overall per game. And just as a comparison, the Jets allowed 29.6, Patriots allowed um, um, 17.8, Dolphins allowed 21.9. So it's still only like 4 points less than the Dolphins, 4 or 5 points less than the Dolphins, but hey, it's still better defense overall. So now let me go over, like I said, for you guys, so you guys can have it here, my record prediction overall and what I'm seeing as far as their overall schedule. So just so you guys know, if you didn't already know, they have week one. They got tomorrow night. They have the LA Rams. Um, God, this is hard for me because they're going to be at the Rams. But because this is a revenge game, if you will, because if it wasn't for that infamous coin flip, the Bills would have been in the Super Bowl. So because of that, that's according to Bills fans. I wouldn't say that, but this is gonna be like that. If the Super Bowl would have been type game, I see the Bills winning only because of that. So I'm gonna give them the dub in this one. That is tomorrow night. It is a Thursday night game, first game of the season. It is going to be on NBC, which is actually very interesting. And then after that, because it is Thursday night, but because it is the very first game of the season, I think that's why it's gonna be naturally televised. I can't wait to see that game tomorrow night. Like I just love football. I'm so glad it's first week of football, people. So I give them the dub in that one. Okay. As far as them going on a run, Avi, I do see them going on a run later part of the year, but they're gonna have some struggles at the beginning of the season, and I'm gonna explain to you what I mean by that in just a second. As far as them going in a run, so that's week one. They got the LA Rams at Rams. Then their first home game is going to be versus Tennessee at home. Derrick Henry is going to be back. Now this is like I told you, they have it's a Monday night game, man, versus the Titans. So they got Thursday night, Monday night right after the week after versus the Titan. I do see this is going to be a very interesting game. I do see them winning this game, okay? However, this is going to be perhaps one of their setup games, in my opinion. I don't want to say like Jaguars type of game, you know what I mean? But it is going to be a setup game, in my opinion. Was it a coin flip? I thought it was NFL and have 4 quarters. Y'all are hilarious. Stands will be at least 50% Bills fans. Probably. I'm back in 20 minutes. Got to catch 3 goats. Good luck, Abs. Absolutely. Me and 201 Miss Phins FFL. Nah, I don't know. Hey, you want to draft to a sir? Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Just saying. Just saying. But yes, so as far as the Bills themselves, okay, Josh Allen is great. So our Bills, but I hate them, and all Bills fans get the bird. Bills Mafia, Brian Cox was right. Oh, well, no, I don't want to say that. I appreciate all fans. Man, I have fans from all around the league, so I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, I don't like the Bills, so I'm never gonna root for the Bills. Down with the Bills, which is why I say they're gonna lose to the Dolphins. That's gonna be their first loss of the season for the Bills. Will be the Dolphins. People may laugh. Some people is like, "Oh, you're insane, Miss fans. What you mean? How are they gonna lose? They're gonna roll through every team. Yada yada yada. Get out of here. Get out of here. Okay." They're taking L's, and y'all gonna see what I mean by that. Okay, they're gonna take some L's this season, and I've seen some teams where some people were like, "Ooh, the Bills are gonna be flipping." What was I heard somebody go crazy saying Bills are gonna go for a 13, 14-3. First of all, get out of here, bro. Bills are not going 14-3. You're gonna be insane if you think. Excuse me, they're gonna go over. Now they're projected right now to be number one offense and number one defense. Please get out of here. Although I mean, I can't really refute much of that. To be honest with you, on paper, yes, number one offense, number one defense on paper. Well, but injuries do happen. This is why I don't give them a oh, you're just gonna sweep through everybody because, in my opinion, they're gonna get their licks and they're gonna get their losses. So no, as far as Bills going 14-3, get out of here, man. Get out of here. Absolutely get out of here. Now, this is an interesting thing because we also had the division. Are they splitting with anybody in the division? I think the only team that they're going to split with is going to be the Dolphins. They are going to, in my opinion, sweep the Jets and the Patriots. But the Dolphins, they're splitting with the Dolphins. And the first loss is going to, their first loss will be against the Dolphins week 3, in my opinion. Okay? Bills are going to be, I'm guessing, 13-4 at worst. No, man. Best average, Bills caught Brian Cox. I don't know. We'll see. Bam's O line Stafford has Detroit nightmare. Stafford will take shots he doesn't need to. Yeah, that is true. That's one of the issues that he has when it comes to Stafford. He needs to protect his body a little bit more. So now, as far as the rest of it goes, sorry, give me a second, real quick. Wow, when you talk this much, you need it. Mm, I didn't get it. Okay, I'll get it next time. So as far as other, that's the first one. Then they have the Ravens week after that. So this, to me, this one is going to be a. I mean, say what you will, but I'm feeling confident in what I'm saying right now, and what I'm seeing based on the Bills. This is going to be their very first and only back-to-back losses, in my opinion. They're going to lose to the Dolphins, and then they're gonna go, because they're gonna be away 2 week back-to-back weeks. They're gonna go to the Ravens, and they're gonna lose to the Ravens, in my opinion. Then they come back home to the Steelers week 5. They're gonna get a W. Then they go all the way up to the Chiefs. Um, that one's gonna be 4 o'clock game for them, and that's gonna be a loss, in my opinion. I really do think so. They have an early bye week 7. Very interesting. Um, um, that was very, very early in my opinion, but it's gonna be at least. Now I know you say that it's gonna be no less. Dolphins need another I've got to lead the team with the center or not. Maybe. Yeah. Was this coaching staff mandated to start 2020 first round picks? I don't know about the Dolphins, Richard, but we can get to that in a minute. Let me finish at the Bills real quick. So that's the bye. Once they come off the bye, then they got the Packers at home. I think they're losing to the Packers. That is a Sunday night game, one of their primetime games. But then they go on a nice run from week 9 all the way up to week 16. I see them winning all those games. I'm gonna be honest with you. They got the Jets. At Jets, they're gonna win, in my opinion. Then they got the Vikings um, at home. That's gonna be a W. But the Browns at home, that's gonna be a W. They're gonna go to the Thanksgiving. They're gonna go to the Detroit. That's going to be a W, in my opinion. But, however, people, that could be their Jaguars game. That could be that setup game that they think, oh, we're just going to take them, and then they end up, um, you know, losing. So that interesting. Then the following week, they got another Thursday night game versus the Patriots. That's going to be a W, in my opinion. Then the following week after that, week 14, they got the Jets at home. That's going to be a W, in my opinion. Then they also have the the Dolphins at home, and that's gonna be another winner, in my opinion. That one is gonna might be flexed. I think it'll get flexed. To be honest with you, could be December 17, could be December 18. That's what they're saying. So we'll see. At the end of the day, to be honest with you, it'll be very interesting. I do see them winning that game. I don't see the Dolphins winning that game. So hey, I gotta keep it 100, like people say. You know what I mean? And then on top of that too, the following week, week 16, they play the Bears in the Bears Saturday game, because again it's Christmas Eve, so you're gonna have a ton of Christmas Eve Saturday games because it's Christmas Day, and the Dolphins are gonna be one of those teams that plays that day. So weird, but it is at home, so that's pretty interesting. Then they got week 17. This is an interesting one. They are going against the Bengals at Cincinnati. It's a Monday night game, 8 p.m. Another primetime game. This to me is a loss for them. This is the only loss I give them in the back half of the season, in my opinion. I do think that the Bengals will have this. Um, they will be locked in my opinion, and this is going to be their only loss in the second half, or the back end of the um, season. And then they have Week 18 at Patriot at home versus the Patriots, and that's going to be a W. So I have the Bills going 12-5. So one game more than they did last year. But Miss Finch, what do you mean? They got better in their defense. They got better in their offense. What do you mean? Only one extra game? Yes, only one extra game is what I give them. Now, could they flip and maybe garner one more game and go 13-4, like Mark says? Yes. That one game that I would say that could be flipped because I don't really think that they're gonna beat the Bengals. The Bengals shored up that offensive defense, that offensive line, and that's what Joe Burrow is gonna need. So because of that, I don't foresee them win. And not just because of that. I just really do think, again, barring injuries, I really do think that the Bengals are going to have a super solid team. And because of that, I think that's going to be one of their games. I don't think that they're going to go straight through and win 9 games in a row. So that's going to be the game they drop. And then the other potential game they can drop, like I said, the Lions game could be that the Lions or the Jets game. One of those two games could be one of those Jaguar type games that they may drop, but may not be. The only other game that I see that they could pick up, in my opinion, will be um that Ravens game, so they don't go back to back losses. That's probably the only team I think that they could probably. I'm not saying challenge or whatever, but I think that yes, I think that they could probably gain that one and get them to what 13-4. But I have them at 12-5. So guys, that's pretty much it. What do you guys think? Do y'all agree? Like I said, I gave y'all an in-depth look, which is why I went super over what I was trying to do today. But I felt like it was needed. We really needed to deep dive into our AFC opponents. I think this is gonna be very, very, very interesting season. This is gonna be exciting season though. So it's gonna be very, very interesting, very exciting. As far as who wins the division, right now I do have the Bills winning the division. I have the Dolphins going number two, Jets going number. Technically, based on the record that I just said, Patriots going three, and Jets going fourth. But that can flip. Buffalo Ragdolls, nah, sir, not delusional. No, absolutely not. So that's how I have it right now. But as far as um, what do you call it? As far as can the Dolphins kind of contend, because I had the Dolphins. Okay, I went super homerish yesterday when I did the Dolphins final record prediction. I had them going 13-4. That's a little much. My realistic, like I also give you my realistic 11-6 is what I see the Dolphins doing. Really, 11-6. Go back to tomorrow because I broke it down. I gave you my super homer 13-4, but 11-6 is what I had the Dolphins going. Um, as my final prediction. But I break it down so y'all can see what I mean by that. And even with that being said, uh, it could flip. It could flip. Maybe there could be an extra loss that the Bills get that the Dolphins gain as a winner, you know? So we have to see. But I think it's going to be very, very, very interesting this season as we have. I do have, again, the Bills. But if we were to go ahead and gain that win, oh, and beat them and split, I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. It's very possible for the Bills to sweep the Dolphins this year again. 3 years in a row. Very possible. I think they're going to split, in my opinion. That first game is the game that the Dolphins can take. And that's why I say, yeah, Super hater prediction: no matter who wins week one, Miami under 9 wins. Really delusional? Not cool. I don't know. Jets fans told me this is their year. Okay, delusional. We'll see. But that's essentially what I have here as far as the predictions. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to put it as the pink comment of the day. And let me know what you think of the predictions. Again, I have the Jets going 6-11. I've got the Patriots going 7-10. That could flip. I've got the Bills going 12-5. That could also flip. And if you gotta add Dolphins in there, I did it yesterday, but 11-6 is what I have the Dolphins going. But again, plus or minus one in each of them. They can go up and down, either one. It could be 7-10 for the Jets and 7-10 for the Patriots, but the Jets get an upper hand because I think they're gonna split. So it's gonna be very interesting. I have zero faith in the Patriots this year. So sorry, delusional Patriots fans. Sorry, Daddy. If you're watching still, definitely my bad. But you don't want Patriots going 7-10. Why? Because y'all are gonna have a high draft pick. I wouldn't even put it past y'all to actually be doing that on purpose. Hence why you're not really getting anybody real. And now who's tanking? Hmm? Well, that's really the way I see it. If you don't want the Patriots picking in top 15, yeah, exactly. That's why I said I think that's what y'all are doing on purpose. Y'all are trying to pick up your next QB is what you're trying to do. Cause y'all are not doing anything for Mac Jones in this aspect. So we'll see. But comment down below, like I said, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Let everybody know about Miss Phins. It's gonna be a lot of fun this year, guys, as y'all already know. Okay, y'all can go ahead and hit that like button, share, subscribe. We're definitely gonna have a lot of fun. Continue to hit that like button. Continue to share. Again, I just dropped again my link. We're trying to get to the 500 subscriber count. Let's make it happen, guys. Go ahead and help Miss Phins out so you can continue to get this in-depth look. And I'm going to be talking about the AFC East even more throughout the season, guys. A mid-season review, seeing where they are. Can they contend? Can they not contend? And things like that. But it is going to be a lot of fun this year, guys. As you know, it is week 1 of the NFL. Ooh. Guys, listen, this is all I got to say for you guys. If you guys truly, truly enjoy um, you guys really enjoy football overall, go ahead and join Miss Fans. It's gonna be a lot of fun, trust me. And I gotta give y'all this so y'all can have some really cool fun over here as far as what we have for you guys. So go ahead and do me a favor, hit that like button, because at the end of the day, guys, we're gonna be enjoying ourselves. And yes, get ready for it. Football time, baby. Yep. Had to give it to you guys. So it is football time, ladies and gentlemen. Football is here. Woo! Get excited. I don't know how you can not get excited, man. It's football time, baby. Football time. And if you're a Dolphins fan, you know the sweet sound. Woo! Yep, I'm gonna leave y'all with that because it's gonna be a lot of fun. But guys, again, Sandy, how you doing? Sandy, welcome back. Fins up, absolutely. Appreciate it, buddy. Listen, it's gonna be a lot of fun this season. Get ready because we're doing big things. I'll probably talk to you guys again. I'm gonna reiterate the schedule for this season. You already know Miss Fins, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, each and every morning. Give me a thumbs up, give me a lights up, hit the like button, share, subscribe, guys, so so much fun over here, like we always do. And also, too, guys, go ahead and do me a favor if you can. Share the content. Let everybody know that we're live. Let everybody know that we're looking to give away the 500 subscriber count. It's going to be a lot of fun for you guys. And honestly, I'm trying to give away free stuff. If y'all want free stuff, I'm trying to give them away. You know what I mean? So let me give you free stuff. No purchase necessary, guys. Also, it's in the link below. Join the Miss Pickens Challenge. The winner at the end could win some Dolphins merch, Miss Phins merch. Could be a jersey, could be a helmet, could be something else. I don't know. It could be game tickets. It could be season tickets. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe not season tickets. They're expensive now. But it could be a jersey. I don't know. It could be something else. But guys, hit that like button, share, subscribe. Thank you for joining Miss Phins. You already know Monday through Friday. Catch Miss Phins here. Wednesday night too. We got the Wednesday after hours. We'll beat Bills at least once. You think so, Richard? You think so? You know what? I would be happy if the Bills beat the Pats beat the Bills at least once. Oof, that will make my day. That'll help out. That'll help us out, honestly, Richard, in the division. So I'll take it all day, every day. But yes, guys, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to Miss Phins. Follow me on all social media. Everybody on Twitter, Twitch. Thank you so much for joining Miss Phins. We got the Miss Phins Fantasy League tonight. 2022. It is tonight, guys. The show is not at 8. The draft itself will start at 8, but I'm starting the show just a little bit early so that we can go ahead and get everybody in backstage because we want to go ahead and put people on there. So go ahead and do so, guys. Join us tonight for After Hours Miss Phins. The stream is going to start at 7:45, but the draft itself is at 8 p.m. on the dot. So, guys, thank you for joining Miss Phins again. You guys are the best. Go ahead and make it happen. Be awesome. That's all I can say. Share, like, subscribe. And again, this is Miss Phins. I am Miss Phins. Thank you, guys. And I'll see you tonight. Woo! Let's go, baby. Fins up. No matter what. Bye-bye.